Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Hope everybody is doing well. New day, new plays. We've got FOMC later today. I won't be around for that, but best of luck to all of you guys that are making plays off that. We had some crazy earnings last night. Um, Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here we go again. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see pre-market how we're doing here. SHG is up to 141, so that's good. ETON 835, 865. I'm glad this spread is closed a little bit at the very least. ETON guys was at one point 815 to 890 was the spread on the bid ask. So at least this is a little bit more realistic. Not a ton of volume on it yet either, but Sean, 5 months. Let's go. But as the FDA calendar has finished populating, I expect that we are going to see more people looking to May, and ETON having a couple of PDUFAs in May. I think we start to see volume pick up on this now. April calendar is pretty much done, so people are going to start looking forward. PANL guys, I am wrestling what to do with this. I am up 10% on the play. I am considering exiting it, but again, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that, so we'll see. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Let's go to the watch list, see what else is going on here. ARBKF continues to do its thing. Clove pre-market 940, so not bad. AQB is still floating pretty low here. I'm not hating that. Maybe I exit PANL for the gain and move to AQB. When are AQB's earnings? By the way, guys, my StockTwits count has been suspended. Not sure why, but it is suspended. I cannot log in. So we'll wait and see what that is. I have appealed to the powers that be to try to find a solution. It should be interesting to see. But in the interim, no StockTwits. No StockTwits. Which is what it is. Unfortunate, but at the same time, we will survive. But the memes, but the memes. I don't really want to create an alternate account. I'll close this stuff down. Yeah, it's having consistent growth. There was news of the largest holder of it dumping shares on the 26th. Medicare at 60 and Biden's next spending bill. This is talking about schools, tuitions, community colleges, post-secondary education. That's a non-starter for me. childcare, paid leave, nutrition, unemployment. Healthcare should be a right, not a privilege, and Americans facing illness should never have to worry about how they're going to pay for their treatment. No one should face a choice between buying life-saving medications or putting food on the table. He's going to build on the Affordable Care Act and lower prescription drug costs for everyone by letting Medicare negotiate prices, reducing health insurance premiums and deductibles for those who buy coverage on their own, creating a public option and an option for people to enroll in Medicare at age 60, closing the Medicaid coverage gap to help millions of American families gain health insurance. For those who buy coverage on their own, saving families an average of $50 per person per month. The American Families Plan will make those premium reductions permanent. $200 billion investment. As a result, 9 million people will save hundreds of dollars per year on their premiums, and 4 million uninsured people will gain coverage. Child tax credit extended. Tax reform that rewards wealth or work, not wealth. Endo with that cheer. Good morning. Good morning. He's increasing the funding for IRS. Now the top income tax rate, he wants it to be 39.6 on the top 1%. Close tax loopholes. That's it. Remember, guys, please remember, the book of the week last week was The History of the United States in Five Market Crashes. It's on the reading list. You guys can check it out. For some reason, that command's not going to work, is it? For those of you watching over YouTube, you guys can see it down in the description. There it is for you guys on Twitch, the book list. The interesting thing with this book, guys, is it shows that whenever you get a president in office that starts to rattle his sword against Wall Street and the wealthy, you see a market crash. Not always, but of the five major crashes, the Oval Office took a aggressive stance against Wall Street, and that was the cause of the crash. When politics starts to cut out the legs from underneath Wall Street, obviously it has some repercussions. So it's a bit of a warning. Keep it on watch. Biden's attack on Wall Street and the wealthy, especially now with more retail traders in the market than ever before. There is going to be an interesting level of risk in by manipulating the market or going after market capital gains. You do actually place these retail traders that don't know any better, that don't have the attorneys and the accountants overseeing everything, to get caught in that noose. So it should be interesting to see what happens. Already you're seeing some of that dialogue. Now, again, guys, for those of you that weren't here, StockTwits is account suspended at the moment. Trying to figure out why that might be, but the response I got on them was, thank you for contacting us. We'll let you know in 5 to 7 days. Now, my account has been suspended before in the past. Not sure what it was that did that. This morning it was just typical posting that I did, nothing out of the ordinary, so we'll see what happens. But for now, we can still use it. We can still see the comments, I believe. But as far as being able to make comments, I don't think that we're going to have that ability. Interesting. It's not even letting, it doesn't seem, we'll see what we do with this. I may actually create an alternate account to be able to get in there and play around. But we'll see. What else we got going on? Bum, 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 bum. End phase poised for a big drop. Chip shortage is becoming a serious thing, guys. It was already serious. People are just waking up to it. Spotify, Pinterest among pre-losers. PLX guys got a rejection from the FDA. So big downs. Good morning, Vietnam. Welcome to all you fine folks over on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter that are not here with us on Twitch. Welcome. We can see you guys in chat. You are a part of the community and conversation. Benetech Biopharma down. Pinterest down 12%, even though they beat. Spotify down. Yeah. This is what happens to a biostock, guys. This is what happens to a biostock when you get rejected. Half gone. If you have something on the FDA calendar, guys, for biostocks, it's like playing earnings. You'll see the nice run up here into the calendar date where it went from, $4 to $6. But for those that didn't get out before the decision yesterday, that's going to hurt. It's going to hurt this morning. There is a potential play on this if it goes too far, but you'll have to see what their response is on this. And the timeline on it as well. I, for one, if this gets blown up, typically you don't see it come back. So, yeah, commentary on Clove. This guy was predicting that it's going to fall pretty hard first before it comes back. This is the same guy that was doing negative press on Zomedica as well. Portfolio guys, still there. Let's go. Hopefully it's going to update here. Not quite sure what I'm going to do today with PANL. It has had a fairly decent run here. I'm just wondering, does it pop? Do we see it do something crazy and run? Or does it just kind of taper back off? The short percentage on it is kind of nutty. Or it was as of 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure where they've got it now. See, it's not even on the. Let's go here. See, it's interesting because it doesn't even show here. This is very, very interesting. That this is saying that the short float is 1%. When you look at the FINRA numbers that came out, 87.9 short volume. So again, short interest versus short volume. Short volume measures the number of shares that have been shorted over a given period of time. Short interest represents the number of shorted shares that have yet to be closed out or covered by investors. So this is making the claim that these shorts have covered in entirety. I'm slightly baffled actually that number would be 1% if it 2 weeks ago had a 87% short. Esperlo, thank you for the follow, man. Let
I
me know
kind
how
of
you found
wish
the
Rita
stream,
had
what you
a
trade.
normal schedule, because I want to ask her about these short papers.
I mean, I'm looking at PANL right now, and the short interest they're claiming is 1%.
Let's look at the daily reports. I mean, like, there's a multitude of reasons for it, so.
I just have a hard time thinking that there's only a 1% short float on this thing when the FINRA numbers are showing 87 on the volume. There's a disconnect
Says
between those two.
the daily, based on the daily, it's actually about 36.6% now. So short volume 100 or as opposed to like 450,000.
Yeah, so I mean, there's something screwy there, guys. There's something that's not quite connecting the way it should. Short interest on this. There's 1 million shares available to short. Short borrow rate is low. This is saying the short volume ratio is 15%. But what's interesting here is short volume, guys, it's not acknowledging that there was an 80, it would have been the 15th or the 16th, right? Fintel's got this as 53% when we've got the actual FINRA numbers showing us that the short volume was significantly higher. Like here's the FINRA numbers saying it's 87.9 as of the 16th, but Fintel is showing that on the 16th it's 53.5. Very interesting. And then here, guys, 422, 423, 426, it's saying the short volume was massive. And then on the, yesterday, it just dropped all of a sudden. I don't think we saw anywhere near the buying, right?
I mean, we had, I mean, I don't qualify that as like a large volume day yesterday, but it's large for the stock, but.
I mean, what was the volume yesterday?
1.2 million.
Okay, so this is saying that as of yesterday, they covered 2.6 million shares. They covered 2.6 million shorts.
I mean, they had enough volume to do a lot of the coverage the day before and day after, but
87%. No. It's not 87% short interest on the FINRA. It's 87% short volume on FINRA. These numbers are from FINRA. I'm going to trust these over the daily from Fintel or Finviz. But this is as of the 16th. This is the short volume that was on this.
no, I'm reading the daily from FINRA because FINRA does a daily. Remember?
So total volume, short volume are these two brackets here, guys. And short volume was 2.8 million, total volume was 3.2 million as of the 16th. That's not reflected here at all. It's saying the short volume was 2.8 million on the 26th, but there wasn't enough volume on the 27th for them to cover that many shares. It just didn't have it. Very, very interesting. Gonna keep watching that. Tim, the Mad Turtle. Hello, hello, hello. Um,
You know what we should do? We should look at the price history based on where it was before this high percentage, because that would kind of dictate or tell us a certain pattern to how this goes.
okay, let me open up a big sheet on PANL, guys, and let's take a look at this because that short number came in as of the 16th. So let's go do a month on it. We'll do a month and a day. I guess we can go further if we're doing a day. Okay, so April 16th. There's the 15th, 16th.
16th was somewhat flat.
I mean, it hasn't moved up. Like this moved up, but is this enough to cover the 2.8 million shares short?
I mean, there was enough volume transacted during that period to do that, so.
Yeah, the numbers are directly from the FINRA. It's the exact same numbers, and it's not like PANL would have been something I manipulated because originally I was looking at those short numbers for Clover and GME and ANC. So guys, a new YouTube video, by the way, is out. Did put that out yesterday. These are my picks for May. If you guys could head on over there, click that link. Just take the 2 seconds here before the market opens. Give it a like, give it a comment. If you're not sure what to say, just say meow. If you guys have a ticker that you want me to look at or break down, feel free to throw that in that. Again, I will be doing live streams here from market open till probably 10:30, 11 every day. And then I am shooting a YouTube video every single day. So what's up, what's up, what's up? Video today is going to be how do I find the stocks that I play. I'm going to break that down for you guys, show you the different resources that I use, show you some of the things that I look at. I know my method is different than a lot of people's methods out there. There are things that I look at, there's things that I overlook, there's things that I intentionally don't give any credibility. So it should be interesting. PANL seems like a high price though. I mean, for me, I'm already in the position at 330. Yeah, I'm already in the position at 330, 329. It's 360 pre-market. I see that. I guess what I'm wrestling with is, do I close this out for a 10% gain, or do I wait, seeing that there's more room to move on it? But it's just not adding up in my mind. The short would change that quickly without the volume to make that happen. Now, Redemption seeing something different than I am, I'd love to hear it because I just don't see the volume.
For which? For
PANL.
I'm looking at the old. I'm going through the old reports and stuff like that. Because it was relatively flat, even as like if I was to go backwards, high and low points. So April 16th we had about 90%, and then April 15th we had 60. 14th we had 60. 14th we had 68. 13th we had 70%. 12th we had 28%, and then 9th we had 33%. The 8th we had 64. The 7th we had 30. The 6th we had 24%. The 5th we had 27%, and the 1st we had 60%. All the way to April 1st.
Yeah, that is Redemption on the mic, guys. Just disclaimer, neither Redemption nor myself are financial professionals. We are not financial advisors. We are not here to give you financial advice. We are showing you guys how we play the market. It's educational purposes only, so you guys can understand our thought process. You need to make your own decisions. If you're not sure how to make a decision trading a portfolio, then you need to go seek out a financial advisor. not us. Okay, so just want to be clear on that. I want to be transparent on that. That's where I stand on that. Now let's have some fun. Yeah, I just don't see it. The question remains though: do I close for a 30% for a 10% gain, or do I hold?
We have other fundamentals at play on this thing too, right? So
Yeah, I mean, it is an iron ore shipper. We saw in the Tesla earnings that they are focused on iron production batteries. We know that China, Australia, Russia, India are the major producers of iron ore, with the exception of Brazil. Of the top 5 producing nations, 4 of them are across the Pacific. So having the capex to deliver iron ore to the U.S., I think is going to be crucial. I don't know that they're so apt to bring iron ore up from Brazil right now, but again, we'll see what we'll see. Not a ton of movement on this at the gate. Let's check out, Clove 960. That's not going to hurt. GME has fallen back down to the 170. The volume on PANL, yeah, the volume on PANL is low, low, low. Very low. Heck, even Clove. Look at Clove. That's 2.5. That can't be right. That number can't be right. No, it's not right. I don't know why my dashboard doesn't accurately give me numbers on Clove volume. Holy crap, Clove is going 977. This is going to be on the announcement from Biden on the Medicare going to 60. There are no walls really on PANL. It's just You think so? A lot of people will retire. Medicare goes to 60. MVIS guys, there's another one there. MVIS. MVIS is buying back up. It dipped to 19 yesterday. It's back up to 23 here pre-market. OCGN, let's see how that's doing. OCGN fell as low as 10 yesterday, bought back up to 11, fell to sub 11, now it's 11.50, so kind of all over the place. ETON just holding the sideways pattern here. SHG's down a little bit right now. PANL. What am I gonna do with you? What am I gonna do? I mean, something's just funky here. It doesn't add up in my head. Go to Reddit and see if I can find anything there.
I feel like once the Wall Street bet screw starts talking about it, that's probably likely a good time to start getting out.
Well, yeah, that's what I want to see, is if there is any conversation around it. Something here from a month ago. Penny stock floor. Stocks on radar. JAGX, GSM, Railcamp, PANL. Jesus Glove? As in it's rising from the dead. Yeah, 992. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Wait for these warrants to go with it too. This lags the price movement on that ticker, so this really is such a pain in the ass that this is that I have a suspended account on StockTwits. PANL did show up in a couple of posts a while back. Let's check the YOLO.
You fucking kidding me? Close near 10 now. God damn it. Alright, well, whatever. I still have to go warrants. It's
Yeah,
a little
look at the
upsetting,
warrants.
though. I know, it's still a little upsetting, though, because my share price was a lot better. But that's not saying too much, though.
I don't know. My warrants are 237.
Really? I'm at 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I've got a 237 average on my warrants, so I'm up $4,000. If this thing continues to run today, it's going to be pretty nutty. See how crypto's doing here. Ethereum up another 2% on the day. It did run to over 2,700 earlier. Doji guys apparently is running on news of Saturday Night Live. Do I think it's too late to get in on Clove at that price? I mean, in my mind, I see it going to 15-ish. So if it goes to 15, there's still 50% gains. I don't know if that's enough. I think you ultimately have to make a call and set a price target for yourself on it. But for me, I know it's going to go through strike at least. 1150 for me is almost an assurance. That we're up above 10 here. I don't see a real wall forming until, like, there's a little bit here at 1020, but not really. It looks like people don't really want to screw around with this today. 4 million out the gate here. Clove earnings were confirmed May 17th. Okay. Yeah, this is going to have a bit of a day, I think. Still wrestling with PANL. What do I do here? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I take 10% gains or do I hold for more? GME's on the decline, guys. Sub 170. It had a nice buy up on Friday, though. I guess that's Monday. It had the buy up. Bought up from 150 to 185. Is it just going to slowly come back down to 150 here? Yeah, Clove is very, very sexy right now. I wish I could be in stock twits with the Clove crew right now, but I can't. Is this going to get halted? There are no walls on it. There's nothing on it. I think it's Biden's announcement about lowering the Medicare. You got out of Clove yesterday, rep. Yeah, at 1020, there's like 12,000 shares there, but it's not really a ton. $5.6 million volume on this. We're going for 1020 again. We're through it. 1025. You can see this wall trying to stay there, and as soon as it goes up, it comes down. 1030. The warrants lag. Give the warrants 5 minutes. They lag.
Christ. So check this out. Initial studies, blah, blah, blah. Overall, the primary takeaway from these early studies is that removing short sale restrictions did not significantly affect returns, short interest, or volatility. So these fucking short measures they put in is absolutely like the circuit breakers and the freaking short sale the uptick rules. They're not effective. Essentially, what this paper is inferring. Useless.
PANL's already done its average daily volume in the first 15 minutes of the market. I'm going to clear UMC off this board because that's not something I trade. What is the Clove 1 minute chart? What is life? All right, big sheet. We'll watch Clove here for a bit, guys. See what it's doing. Warrants should have caught up at this point. Yeah, I'm up 5 grand almost. No, 4 grand. Sorry, up 4 grand on him. Got halted? I don't see it as halted. No, it's not halted. 10:30. There's no wall. There's nothing there. If it keeps up the volume, it'll keep going. Does it break through 10:30 here? We do have the Fed today, so that could tank the market and slow everything. What are you expecting the warrants to do when the stock hits strike price? It'll come up much closer to the actual ticker price. The warrants, once they're through strike, are going to come very, very close. PANL's roof is 4. I don't know. Like, again, PANL is one that is. I don't. There's a discrepancy between the numbers that I've got from FINRA that are confirmed, and then the dailies, which aren't completely accurate. Shit, AQB ran today too. I was thinking about exiting PANL and getting into AQB, but it's at 6 now. GME just dropped below 168. All right, I've got a pending with that guy. Wall Street Bets is talking about MNMD in a big way. Clove has some mentions here. MVIS has some mentions. More Clove positions.
Today's the day. when we're supposed to take Dash stuff. Which I should tell Rita.
Globe's staying over 10. It looks like 1020 is giving it a little bit of resistance, but the volume is tapered off a little bit. Usually Clove sees another volume spike 1015. GME down to 169 here. What I'm gonna do is I am going to just in the interim weird, it won't even let me create a new account for StockTwits. Cobbler, I got it as a Medica so I can move the funds into things that are going to make money more imminently. Them bringing the sales team internally is a great move for their business. However, it is not conducive to short-term gains. It might be the earnings announcement. I honestly think it's more so the Biden healthcare thing than anything else. I wonder what AMC is doing on the news that they're not dropping that 500 million offering. They bought back up to around the 1120 level. SHG is 140, guys, so still up on that. Pretty happy about that. I'm up 4 grand on Clove warrants. Clove is through 1030. ETON has back-to-back PDUFAs. So there's a PDUFA on Thursday, the 27th, then their earnings on the 28th, and then the Saturday after that, the 29th, has another PDUFA. So PDUFA, earnings, PDUFA. And I think their earnings are going to be gangbusters. I might go to ETON projection on earnings. I don't know if it's going to come up here. Guys, if you're looking for a bit deeper understanding as to why I'm playing PANL, ETON, Clover Warrants, SHG, any of those, I did put out a YouTube video yesterday. That's there for you guys. You can check that out. If you haven't done so yet, just click that like button, leave a comment on there. I make a point of getting back to you guys with that. As well, guys, if you can leave in the comments any tickers that you guys are watching for the month, I may do breakdowns on viewer tickers as videos if I see certain tickers continuing to show movement. 1055 now on Clove. Warrants are 1150, I believe, not 11, right? Redemption's gone.
What?
The warrant strike is 1150.
Yeah.
Prox Live, yeah, I am planning on getting back into FTOC, but I don't think we see any movement on that until June. I would love for ETON to go, hit that 16 to 20 range, take the added capital and put that into FTOC. Clove is carrying. Yep. I mean, PANL's doing its thing. I'm still up $600 on PANL. I'm just tempted.
Millennial.
I'm tempted to cut it loose.
Clove is people are just covering their positions for Clove. There's not a short squeeze.
Okay. Let's go to the scanners and see what the big movers are. Does Clove even make the toss board? The last video said learn from each play. So what's the lesson for ZOM or SNDL? Get out at a 15% loss and wait until the downward movement stops bleeding out. I don't think the DD was wrong on any of it. It's just, yeah, Clove is on the top 10 board, ladies and gents. 12.5%. There are a couple here that are doing a little bit better. Rice Brand Tech, Boxlight, UTL, CRTD are doing better. Not nearly the UTL. What the hell? Why is UTL up? $56 stock. It's rare you see that guy up here. PANL 355. ETON only 15,000 volume. I can't believe how low the volume is on ETON. It's so low. I'm just playing it into earnings. I've got nothing but time on the warrants. There's no need for me to exit them. What do you think of AAL for summer play? Europe opens up, international flights should pick up. I don't think you're going to see international travel this summer from the US. I don't think it's going to be there. The volume on ETON is so low. I saw my own position getting on. Yikes. Yeah, that's scary. When you see your buy move a ticker, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's just interesting to me that there's not more people loading up given that calendar. Maybe it takes the calendar rolling over till May, but maybe I'll do that for a video today, is ETON and why that's a big deal. Specifically a breakdown of ETON. I don't know that there's a ton of people doing ETON videos yet, and if I'm first out the gate, maybe I can get ahead of the See, this is good. The competition is excellent. I know normally I'm aiming for 80 or 100 on this, but I'm expecting that there's no search volume on this yet, right? That's a 96. Oi, it's Chad. Chad in the house, hanging out over on Facebook. Chad's good peeps, guys. Chad is one of those fine digital marketing folks. He's not one of the market degens. Uh,
So Millennial, do you have any notes left over for Akigen?
no, man, that was last year. That was way back. You try to keep the fans happy. I always enjoy
I
a good
think
story.
I
I think
think
this
that's
is
going
going
to
to be
be
the video.
I think that's going to be my next push, and then afterwards, because Elon's going to be on SNL on the 7th, I believe, or the 8th. I can't remember, but um, I'm going to keep wanting to sneeze, but the way I'm going to do is I'm going to do Akigen this week and then Doge again the next week, because then it's going to be relevant because Elon went on SNL and people are probably waiting for him to say something about Doge,
You're
which he did
committed
this
to
morning.
just doing the one video a week still?
I kind of am. I mean, like I feel like stocks are not in relevance. I think it's in a dying phase right now, but
Another bio high tide X. No, this is the one that Saki keeps sending me. This is the pod stock, right? No, this is not the pod stock. This is something else.
I think my
No,
weakness is
they're
that
phase two. No, high tide is a no go for me. I don't play phase two.
I think my key weakness right now is that I'm trying to get the information collectively right, and that takes time to research. So
Yeah, I don't go near Doge. I like to say it Doji because it tilts all the people that trade it. Um, yeah, no, phase two. I don't think I'm gonna keep it on a watch list at the moment. Moonman69, I missed your follow, man. Sorry about that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is you trade. Ethereum guys up 3%. Yeah, it's back over 2,700. So WPRT. What is WPRT doing? So many freaking windows open here. Bum, 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 bum. WPRT, you say? Yeah, WPRT is down to 7. I wonder how my options are doing. I haven't opened that up in a few days, so it'll be interesting to see. PANL is hanging in there. Yeah, I'm uneasy with it. I don't know what to do with it, and that's causing me a bit of a problem, not knowing what to do with it. Typically, we've seen these volume spikes happen. When did this one happen? 10 a.m. This one happened at 1:30. This one happened 10 a.m. This one happened 11:30. Sell all besides your gains. Well, that'd be a lot of it. I mean, I'd be selling 90% of the holding, which doesn't really make it worth holding. If I'm going to sell that much of it, I'm just going to get rid of it. ETON is definitely a penny stock, especially with that low float. I'm going to call it a penny stock. You don't think so? My options portfolio is up 6% on the day here, guys. 5.8% on the day. Obviously, the close calls are doing well. ETON earnings are May 28th. What's interesting is Clover earnings are before my options expire. My Clove options. You see the 13th. Let's see here. Yeah, it's estimated the 13th here as well. Earnings Whisper has it as the 15th of June. Norwegians looking to resume cruising from Barcelona and Rome. Travelgo joins hands with Sen Miao. Holy crap. CTRM acquires another boat. They've tripled. They've gone from 6 ships at the start of the year to 18. This thing is just expanding like a monster. And it's 52 cents. When is their earnings? Do I exit PANL to get into CTRM? There's no analysts on this, really? Doesn't appear like there's any options on it. What to do, what to do, what to do. Having a hard time here, folks. Not sure what I want to do with CTRM. Do I want to exit PANL for CTRM? Well, squeezes are definitely still a thing, just not, maybe not necessarily the Wall Street bets squeezes. So let's come back down to 10. I don't know that CTRM is any better, though. Where was their last earnings? Forecasted revenue growth is quite high. They're looking to double their revenue. They're based out of Cyprus. What's up, guys? I think Clove's got a good opportunity to go higher. Fomors might buy Clove at 10. Yeah. They were positive on their revenue on their last quarter, Castor Maritimes, and that's with fewer ships. Net loss of not even $1 million. They've got an extension until June 28th to regain compliance. They're either going to have to do a split at this point. At 52, they're going to have to do a split, or they're going to have to do a buyback. I don't know what they have cash on hand, though. They just did an offering for 125 mil. Okay, you guys want me to look at AMTX? AMTX is one that we've looked at in the past. Yeah, I was quite bullish on this one with it being an India play. I don't like it at 17, though. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this at 17. That's too far, in my opinion. APT. Alpha Protech. Declining revenue projection. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Even they're projecting that they're not going to do as well in sales.
Jesus. I'm still getting a lot of views off of the Dogecoin video, it seems.
It's
Like
going well.
above my normal. Well, I mean, it's triggering people, so
PANL Touch 360 came back down. I'm going to see what PANL does into 11 because it seems to have some movement.
yeah, I'm only ranked for one thing now. So
Can you do me a favor? Can you look at the warrants on Castor Maritime?
do you know what the ticker is? Because
I thought it'd be CTRMW. People are saying that there's a huge risk of warrants, but I'm not seeing warrants listed. Castor Maritime warrants? Says there's a
announces
crap ton.
Castor Maritime announces pricing of 125 million registered direct offering of common shares and warrants. They haven't issued it yet, or have they not issued the warrants yet? Because they should be offering. Oh no, wait. Offering expected to close in and around April 7th, subject to the satisfaction of customary closing conditions.
I don't understand. If you know that you are at risk of NASDAQ non-compliance, I don't understand what they're doing here.
They just try to shore up capital for the oncoming summer.
But they got to break back above $1 before June. I mean, looking at this, all I can see that could possibly do that would be a split, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to drop an offering. They're not going to drop an offering just to buy back off of what they make on that offering. That would be ridiculous, right? This thing's got, where's the average volume? 147 million average volume daily on this thing. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What am I gonna do? They're claiming short interest as well, so let's see where that is. CTRM, 54%. There's a billion shares out on this thing. Yikes. Almost 600 million short, but there's a billion shares out. What to do, what to do, what to do. It'd be into the end of May. I'm just not sure, guys. PANL is just flat. It's not. There's no volume. It's not moving. It did say 11:30. I'd wait till. Clover's 10:23 right now. Any comments on this? No. Yeah, I might be waiting on a catalyst. I guess my biggest issue with it is that's a lot of shares. Like that's a crap ton of shares out there. 700 million shares, free float 700 million. That's a lot of shares just sitting out there. All right, I'm gonna grab a coffee, guys. I'll be right back. I need a coffee and drain snake emote. Not sure what that would look like. I mean, that's decent gains on Clover for the day. 10% on the portfolio. Veil is at its 52-week high. Interesting. LYG. Yeah. Yeah, when it goes through strike, the warrants catch up real fast.
No, no. Did you see this thing for the Nat Post this morning, Millennial? The
The
Liberal
what?
government's, the National Post.
No.
The Liberal government's controversial new amendment to its broadcasting bill would open up user-generated content on social media platforms to government regulation, could find support among opposition parties such as the NDP. So in other
Socialism.
words,
Control the
so in other
narrative.
words, so in other words, like, whatever you say online, the government can go after you for. China.
Yeah. I don't see that passing a Charter of Rights and Freedoms. An individual is not held to the same standard. You think that's a misunderstanding of warrants? Why do you think that's a misunderstanding of warrants? That the price would move exponentially more as it headed towards strike? Yeah, so it's not that it goes to 1150, it's that when it goes through strike at 1150, right now I've got it at a 237 average cost. It's currently at $3. If it goes through strike, it's likely that this will go, double towards 6, which is a 100% gain. Which in my book, if I can get a 100% gain on a $12,000 investment, I'd be okay with that. I also don't see that being the end of the line for Clove. I don't see it stopping at the strike at 1150. I see it going far beyond the strike. And this is something that we looked at in weeks prior. That as this thing continues to move up into its earnings, into the Medicare, into the legislation in New Jersey, New York, Texas, their expansion into new states, there's all kinds of positive catalysts that Clove has going for it that could drive the price up well beyond that strike of 1150. I also have time on the warrants. It's a 1-for-1 warrant with a 2025 expiry. So I've got nothing but time for it to do that, but it's very likely that we see it head towards, if not through, strike on their next earnings. So for me to be in strike, um, is going to be very likely before expiry. Taylor, get the phone. Going, Mom. Take it downstairs. CVAC. Coming up, comments on AMC and Microvision from Jim Cramer. I wonder what that's going to do. Flow, we go again. Headed for that 1050. It's about 11,000 shares at 1049. Okay, I want to watch AMC here. AMC, what are we going to do when Jim Cramer starts to talk about you? What's it going to be? Well, we went through that 1050 there, just the tip. Let's see where we go from here. Let's see where we go from here. GME is 168 right now. Is every company in China going to mine Bitcoin? Why not? BYT? No, MYT. What the shit is this? That's a big fall. Why did this fall like that? The warrants will be exercisable immediately upon date of issuance and have an exercise price of 360. Warrants will expire 5.5 years from the date of issuance. Purchase price for one ordinary share and one corresponding will be 360. The gross proceeds from Urban Tea are estimated to be approximately 25 million. Let's look at this thing over the last year. Thank you, Cam. I mean, I don't know that I hate this, guys. $6, slow decline. They're only down on the offering. Are those warrants available? MYT dubs? Nope. Okay, let's take a look at what their crypto plans are. You like it at 175? I mean, I guess it was down in the 28-30 cent range. It hasn't been the 175 range since February. What spiked it to 219? February. They haven't had any announcements beyond that. No specifics about purchases. ETON is a pause champ until May. Yeah. But that's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting this to run today. May was always a play. Um, they just poured money into an expansion and acquisition of 2 companies in November for their tea business. So they solidified a supply chain and distribution model for their tea in November. Why the shit would they just hop onto a crypto train? I'm looking at the investor site right now, investor relations. This is the last thing that they have on their investor info. Investor presentation. It's a business plan from 2019. Quarterly results, annual reports, 2017. Seen a lot of red flags here. 6K foreign filing. Yeah, I'm not feeling great about MYT. They don't update their site. The news is kind of all over the place. They seem to be doing a whole bunch of different things. Biden administration plans to ban menthol cigarettes. Altria Group and Philip Morris go negative as a result. Yeah, it's very Chinese. Not a lot of clarity, not a lot of information. You're not getting the typical 8K, 10Ks because it's a foreign. So you're seeing the 6Ks like you would on a Canadian ticker, and that puts you trusting the transparency of China. I got a bit of a problem with that. Sounds like crypto. I don't know, man. That's a broad brush. Crypto is such a big beast. What am I gonna do with you, PANL? What am I gonna do? I'll stick around with you guys till 11:30 today because I want to see what PANL does here. Um, and more games, 3 months in a row. Let's go, let's go. Dow Jones and DAX. What about them? A German ETF, Germany ETX. Um, One of the things that we did note in the FINRA short interest guys was there is a lot of negative global sentiment in emerging markets. So South America, global education, dividend stocks that are international, Germany specifically, EWG. Wonder where DAX is on this. DAX is about a 42% short. 350 warrants 5 years from now. That's a long, long time. On you're talking on the T play, the MYT. Where did I pull that data from? From FINRA. Yeah, Clove's not hurting today. Clove's doing all right. It's up 15% right now. It's holding above 1060, which is kind of interesting to watch. GME's coming back up a little bit too. There is a wall at 1087, 1088 on this, about 30,000. So if Clove can come up and break through that 1088, it's going to be interesting to watch it head for 11. I don't know that it's got the juice to get there, but it's not looking terrible right now. Yeah, I'm very sure that will be the narrative, is that this is the shorts coming to roost. I don't know that I necessarily subscribe to that narrative, but 1070. Let's see. Let's see what she's gonna do here. Does she have the pump? Does she have it in her? Market as a whole, top gainer is 28, 24, 21. There's Clove there. Still top 10. Boxel came down. Shop's up 11%. They must have done well. Clove's got to break over 20% here to start moving further on that list. 20 is the target here. If it goes above 1080, it'll break through that 20% gain. I just don't know. 33 million volume on the day so far. Right now, it looks like it's having a hell of a fight at 1070. Even though there's not much there. I guess there's 13,000 shares there. It's not a big wall, but every time it touches 1070, it just bounces back off. It needs a pump. It needs a pump if it wants to get up there. That wall's getting bigger. There's 18,000 now at 1070. They don't want it going through that 20,000 at 1070. There's a big old wall getting built there. We are here to pump you up. Yeah, that wall 1070 is the next mark they got to break through, and unless they see some volume here heading into algo takeover, who knows? Who knows? 1060 is a good run on it for the day, though. I'm up about 5 grand on that. Portfolio's up 11% now, guys. Not looking bad there. I'm up $1,000 on SHG right now, so that one's looking good too. Um, yeah, ETON. What am I gonna do with you? PANL has until 11:30 to show me something. If I don't see volume, I think I'm gonna exit that. Um, that'll give me 17. No, that'll give me 7 grand to play with somewhere else. Just not sure where I want to play with it, which is the real question. Let's go to my journal. I had a bunch of tickers that I had broken down. LAC. UMC. How's UMC doing? Okay. What about AQB? Sub 580 today on open would have been good. This thing still has a lot of room to come back up, though. AQB might be where I go. Earnings on AQB. Estimating 265,000 in revenue on the upcoming quarter. Earnings date not confirmed. March was their last one. It's probably June until we hear from them again. Let's check out their earnings call here. What to do, what to do, what to do. So many decisions. So many decisions. There's a $15 buy target on this. 5-star analyst, 63% success rate. I don't think CTRM is going to be it, so I'm going to clear that off my boards. I'm not going to watch that. There's just too many shares outstanding, and that with NASDAQ compliance due by June, I think that a split is their option. AQB has been one that I've had on my list for a while that I wanted to look at, and I think it's going to be similar to Amtx. What I'd love to see though is look at that projected revenue. Projecting 5 mil in revenue for the year. Quarterly projection 250,000, and then Q2 they're expecting 1 million, which means that Q3 they're expecting even more. Is there okay? Hold up. If they are projecting 5 million on the year, and the first half of the year they're only projecting 1.25 million, that leaves like three and three quarter mil on the next 2 quarters that it has to do. I feel like they crushed this Q1 2021. I feel like they crushed this. AQB. Something went wrong. May 11th is their earnings date. Redemption, I think I'm going to do a thing.
You're gonna get out of PANL?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm contemplating it too because it's like relatively dead.
Yeah, it's pretty stagnant. Okay, I'm out of PANL. That's a 10% gain. That's not a terrible trade. I'll take that. Oh, got out of PANL at the right time.
I want to take on DoorDash because it's fitting within Rita's little illiquidity chart, but I don't know. That rip up kind of today is not really. It's not really settling for me.
Okay, my order is in. Let's see if we get it here. I'm not going to fight for pennies. That's ridiculous. Fill me. Fill me. I'm at the ask. Fill me. Fill me, fill me, fill me, fill me, fill me. I like LAC, guys. Don't get me wrong. I like it. No, I'm not saying PNL. We were saying PANL. Come on, why are you not filling me? Did it fill? It filled. Okay, perfect. So 1250 at 605. Clove 1040, so it's giving quite a bit back. Maybe the 1050 is as much as it can do today. We'll see what the algos do with it, but doesn't look like it's going to blow past that 1070 that we were at before. Volume started to taper a little bit. Why aren't FTCI moving? Target range of $18 and IPO'd yesterday at 13. Do you have an exit price on Clove? I have warrants, so no, I don't really have an exit plan. I plan to slowly exercise out of the warrants, little by little. How I'm doing today? I'm doing just fine. When the portfolio's up 8%, I'm a happy man. Actually, I guess it's more than 8% because SHG's up too. Kathy Woods bought some AQB, really? Wait, you can exercise them? I can exercise them when they go through strike. We'll see. I may just be permanently suspended on StockTwits. The account she may be gone. PANL's back up to that 350. Told myself when I sell I should take it off the board, so I'm gonna stop looking at that. Should do the same here. This one here, not interested in Germany at all. Wait, why did they suspend you? I don't know. It doesn't say. Doesn't say. It says I can email them to appeal, and I did that this morning, but it takes up to 5 business days to have your account reinstated. I'm not quite sure why I got suspended. I haven't done anything on there that I would consider a breach of terms of service. The gift game too strong, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't tell you why you were suspended. It just tells you that you're suspended. Can I buy this yet? No. Can't buy Archaea. You've been banned on there before automatically by their bot detection system. Yeah, I mean, I've been banned as well. The only thing that I could think of that it might be is when I was responding to the guy telling people to jump out of the window, where I actually use that phrase of, if you're telling people to jump out of the window on a stock platform, you need to reevaluate things. I'm thinking maybe that post got picked up in an auto filter, and that's where that went down. But yeah, who knows? We'll wait and see. I file an appeal. If the appeal doesn't work, I just go back in with a new profile. But for right now, I can't be in there doing stuff, unfortunately. So what is interesting, guys, is I did do I have picked this up. I am going to be on Instagram again, putting my content there. What I found interesting here on Instagram, guys, is the amount of, I go to stock market here. How much TA is on here is kind of crazy. There's just not a lot of FA. Even the ones that pose as being FA are still TA, where they're monitoring levels and charts. It's almost exclusively that. It's pretty crazy.
They're a combination millennial.
These are the only 4 types of traders: scalp traders, seconds and minutes; day traders, intraday, full day; swing traders, multiple days or weeks; position traders, holding trades for several weeks. I think he's missing several kinds of traders.
Like macro traders, market makers. Well, there's I don't know. I'm trying to make this a thing. My own category of market mechanics traders.
But this is just indicative of kind of that mindset that this is what we've got, right? These are the traders: minutes, days, weeks, um, several weeks. Their years didn't even come in here. I did, Sean. Yeah, I exited PANL for AQB. I was memeing too close to the sun. Maybe. I mean, while the meme game is strong, I do play a very strong meme game. I will acknowledge that. I don't feel like I really cross any lines. I feel like I'm being fairly appropriate on that. So, um, yeah, we'll see. I wonder if this has, like, if you look up tickers, does that show up on here? Not so much. If you're 20 to 30 years old and your main circle isn't discussing safe assets like GME, AMC, going all in SafeMoon, come rocket, waiting for Elon to pump Dogecoin, networking at Home Depot's lumber department, buying the dip on everything, Biden's tax plan, then it's time to find a new circle. Your network is your net worth. Uh, Safe assets like GME, AMC. Does that affect your YouTube video?
Safe
Uh,
assets like AMC and Jamie. Wow.
yeah,
Is this person like joking? Because
I don't
if they're
know,
not,
man. I don't know. Does it affect my YouTube video? I don't think it's going to affect it huge. Now, StockTwits was a reach. StockTwits was a top source for it. Total traffic was 13%. Twitter 27%. StockTwits 30% of the traffic offsite. Yeah, so StockTwits was a good place to post the YouTube video, but I don't know that's going to be insane for me. Clove is testing 1070 again, guys, but 1075 is actually the wall right now. 1070, it's no longer there.
It's good to rev the algorithm.
I mean, I'm happy with the metrics on this video from yesterday, guys. 12.5 click-through rate, that's good. 5-minute average view duration on a 9-minute video. I'll take that. I'll take that. Decent gains. Subscriber growth is looking good. I'm happy about this. This is good to see. I was very stagnant for a long period of time, and now like we're heading for 2100. Little by little, seeing that growth. My hypothesis of creating a live video, a recorded video, and a playlist every day, I'm putting in 3 URLs 5 days a week on YouTube. So as far as it's concerned, I'm putting out a shit ton of content. Yeah. I mean, guys, the old standby for YouTube is put out 3 pieces of content a week. That's kind of what you were aiming for. So for me to be doing 15, well, I guess 16 because I do my live stream on on Saturday. 16 pieces of content a week is big, 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 big. That's how I initially got the partnership, guys, was busting out a video a day. So my putting out a live and a video a day should just get me back to that growth train on YouTube in a big way. The thing that I that really kills me on YouTube with YouTube videos is when they drag on, where it's like just get to the freaking point. And I definitely don't want my videos to ever become that, where it's this long, drawn out, boring thing where I don't, I people are gouging out their eyeballs. I'd rather just like pump it out there. Like here's what I got to talk about. Bam, done. 10 minutes. That's it. It's done. It's not fluff. It's just quick to the point. I'm not going to jazz it up too much. There are like a little bit of third reels, but other than third reels, I'm not really going to go deep into that pool. But I don't know. So far, the response has been pretty good. You guys obviously being a huge part of that, so huge thank you for that. Do you have any videos about different brokers? I don't, and that's because I don't really. I never went that route that a lot of people seem to have gone of that route that people seem to have gone of trying these zero commission brokers. I didn't do that. So as far as like, oh, did you try Webull? Did you try, um, you know,
It's mostly
did you
because we don't get that.
try E-Trade, Quest Trade? Like I didn't do that. I
We
went
don't
to
get
a
that luxury.
bank. Yeah, I went to a bank, my bank that I've been at for 30 years, and I said, hi, I'd like to trade with you. And that's kind of what I did. So I was always okay with, holy crap, 1080.
Yeah, I just saw Clove too. What the fuck?
Clove's doing a thing and stuff, guys. I don't know that I mean FOMC, right? Like I just got that in the back of my head that FOMC could just tank everything. Powell gets out there and he starts talking about hyperinflation again. The whole market will just come back down to reality again. Yeah, the American Families Plan was the big one. Yeah, I was looking at that. I was hoping that there'd be added information about a holy shit, that wall at 11 though. That wall at 11, 50,000, 1099. They do not want this going over 11. I hope somebody just gets out of the way. Just move. Move. Get out the way. Interactive brokers, as far as I know, is probably your best option. Happy hippie. I use them for my options trading, but I think that that's probably your best bet. Their fees are fairly reasonable as well. Redemption, you trade equity on Interactive as well, right?
Mhm.
The fills are decent, right? You don't really have a problem with that.
Yeah, it's just depending on what stock you are. And you have to understand a little bit about how ECN and routings go. But if you once you get over that, because that's just a light read, you should be fine. Like the 500 shares that I had on PANL cost me like $1.50. I could have gotten it lower, but I had to go through 2 ECNs.
Yeah, up 9% on the day, guys. Coming up on a 5 grand gain on my Clove warrants.
Plus, if you understand how order routing works, you can go do some like really neat shit with it, like the midpoints and stuff like that.
Spotify's doing Spotify things. What are Spotify things? Down 10%. How'd Shopify do? Shopify's up 10. Yeah, that makes sense. For scalp trading, I have never used. I don't scalp trade. Redemption doesn't really scalp trade. I guess you've scalped options at times, but not really, right?
I mean, I started my career as a scalper, and it just it's very. I like to keep the hair that's left in my head.
That wall at 1099 has split up and decreased significantly, guys. It was a 50,000 wall. Now it's only 17,000 at 1090. 1099's got 11 grand on it. It's dissipating. The volume above clove. I'm green on AQB now, guys. So glad I took that position. Got out of PANL. This is an interesting conversation, guys. This is one of the guys that works at the investment firm in Ottawa that I would probably send you to as a Canadian to talk to. But he's talking about, staring at the charts and seeing them at crazy highs. What do you do? Do you go in? Do you get out? What do you do? My insight on that is, if you're staring at the charts and you're scared for your life, take a look at the bottom lines of the companies. Are the companies growing? Forget the chart. Forget what the chart is doing. What's the purpose of these walls? Would they get more out of it if they let it run? Not if they don't want it to run yet. It's usually these large walls are about positioning. Teeny yelled at you for AQB. What did she yell at you for? I think the walls just allow it to slow its movement for them to make a decision. If they want to take a larger position to the upside, they can buy a whole bunch of shares. If they want to try to keep it where it is, they just increase the sell side of their holdings. If they foresee an influx of capital over the next couple of days that they want to increase their position on, they may try to put a cap on it so that it doesn't run too hard too fast before they can take a piece. I posted a video about salmon farming and dropped the AQB mention. I see. Yeah, I have mentioned AQB. Wow, there's a 100,000 wall now at 11. Somebody sees this thing about to go.
Can I pull your attention really quickly?
Yeah.
Can you look at Dash? Because my senses are telling me that this is going to keep running, and it's not going to give a fuck about the lockup.
I don't like it, man. I don't like Dash. And I've been vocal about that. I don't like Uber. I don't like Dash. I don't like Grub. I don't like Just Eat Takeaway. I don't like them. I don't like the sector. I don't like what it is. I think that the
I don't like it.
downside.
I don't like it either. But based on the research that Rita had, that this should technically, not always, but technically follow an illiquid model, meaning that there's more shorts that are coming, or sorry, there's long positions that are wanting to get out of this thing round today, because today was supposed to be the lockup, but this isn't lockup behavior. Lockup behavior shows that the stock would go down, not up.
If it gets delisted, do you lose all your money? No, it'll be deregulated to the OTC exchanges.
It usually
So it'll be,
loses significant.
yeah, you'll lose value on it for sure. Expect it to lose value if it's pulled from the Nasdaq or any of the major exchanges. If it's on a major exchange and it gets pulled or sent down to the OTCs, and usually coming back from the OTCs is very difficult. Typically, what you'll see them do. Rossbeck, thanks for the follow. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is you trade. Normally, what you'll see them do, though, is they know that they've got a date that they've got to reach compliance by, and if they're not there by that time, you'll see them do a split. Better to sell before they get knocked off the major exchanges? Yeah, in my opinion. That's not financial advice. You have to make your own decisions. The three ways that I've seen people come back from a NASDAQ compliance risk, stock splits are the most common. The next one would be a buyback of shares, could drive the price up high, or positive PR, whether that's earnings or that you've got news that could drive the stock share price up that you've been sitting on. So depending on the ticker, if you don't see that there's any potential news catalyst coming up, that kind of eliminates that. If they don't have the cash on hand to buy up the obscene amount of shares that they have out in float, then that probably eliminates that too, which leaves them with a split as an option. This is one of the reasons why I was looking at Castor Maritime this morning and it just wasn't for me.
Chesapeake was a very notorious one that constantly reverse split.
Yeah.
But hey, everybody kept piling
eight,
into it.
9 reverse splits.
It was like it was one every. There was at least one a year, and people just kept fucking dogpiling into it, which is absolutely idiotic.
Yeah, it would go up and then it would come back down, and then it would go up and then it would come back down. Yeah, so there's some walls being built here now, guys. 1090, 35,000, 50,000 at 1097, and then 130,000 at 11. We'll see what algos do for Clove. But it breaking through 11 today is going to be very interesting. That's a big old wall. So if somebody just moves out of the way and lets this thing go, I don't know how far it goes today. I don't know where the next. I don't think there is a cap after that. It'll go to 12 if it gets past 11. AMD long-term holder, me likey. Being post awesome earnings AMD again. Yeah, that's got to feel good. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we've seen that a few times now. Apple had pretty phenomenal earnings as well, and it went red the following day. So you know what you're doing. Long-term hold on AMD is what it is. 1087, guys. This will be interesting. 1090 is the next wall here. So if it heads up to 1090 and goes through that, it'll make that pump for 11. I'll stick around for this next little bit because there is volume on this. It's not like it's not like there's nothing happening here. I'll stay with you guys just to see what this does. You started at $2 on AMD. Good for you, man. I mean, this is really interesting to watch, guys. In my mind, what I'm watching here is somebody deciding, are we going to let this go? Like, is this the day that we just let this do its thing? It's through 1090. I don't know that got bought up or they just pulled it, but
Did they finally amend the DTCC trade clearing days?
I don't know.
Because I'm trying to search for.
I'm in Clove warrant score. I've got 12 grand of Clove warrants at a 237 average.
I think they did. I'm reading this DTCC rule book from February. It says T+1. Trade input
I'm 5 grand on this.
Trade
It's
input and comparison
1?
of. It says trade input and comparison transactions submitted for T+1 settlement is handled in the same manner as transactions submitted for regular way settlement. And then create redemption input, no. Reports and output, data resulting from T+1 and older adjustments processed by self-regulatory organizations, blah, blah, blah.
1095, and then there is a big, nasty wall. 1095, 1096, 1097, 1098, 1099, and 11. Just across that, there's 200,000 shares that this has to push through. So,
pay attention to the whole dollars.
It has to really push here to make it through this 11 line.
Like it has to smack it and go. Yeah. So it says the new totals represent the combined input for T through such cutoff times.
It just jumped to 1097. It went for it. Somebody smacked it, tried to get it through. It didn't quite make it. Come on, get out the way.
Shares?
Get out the way.
Grab shares?
Just get out the way. Move. It might go. It might go. It might not. But it might go. It tapped at 1098 and you just watch things go.
Not enough volume revving in there.
It needs volume. It needs a little more oxygen on that fire. The interesting thing is like we're going to algo shopping, and I don't know what the algos do with something that's up 18% on the day. Do they just keep going?
No freaking way. With respects to trades, this is under the procedure section. With respects to trades due to settle on the same day settlement, i.e. Tuesday, T+1 and older as of trade.
It's through 11. It's through 11. We did it, boys. We did it. Come on.
Is it going to maintain though?
Hold it. Hold.
It has to keep going.
Give me the milk. Give me the milk. Give me the milk.
No, it doesn't have enough steam.
We'll see.
Usually when it breaks like that, it's a stronger volatile push.
We'll see. The walls aren't there. They're gone. All those walls that were there, boys, they're gone. There's no 100,000 shares there no more. I think this is on the Biden's American Family Plan thing where he talks about Medicare. I think that's what's driving Clove up. What's interesting is I've been saying that it would be really great if Clove had California as one of the states that they can operate in. But with the news coming out that people have exited out of California to Texas, them having New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Texas is crazy. Imagine if you stayed. Well, I did stay. I've got the warrants. I've got 12 grand of warrants, 13 grand of warrants.
Yeah, this is gonna. I think this is gonna run if we can keep going. But
this is a big push all of a sudden, guys. So this is like since what? 10 o'clock. Since 10 o'clock, this thing has run up pretty much all day, actually. Right? Like, all day it's just been going.
20%.
We just broke through that 20% mark there, guys, which was kind of a big one that we were watching on the scanners. Clove is now in competition for top mover of the day. I wonder what this looks like next to GME. GME is buying up too. $11.10. There's 20,000 shares at. It's not a lot, but after that, there's nothing until 11:20. Nebuchadnezzar, I don't have my equity. I'm just in warrants on it. Okay, so we're through 10. Do we head for 20? 48 million volume on this today. 12 end a day. I mean, I just take 1150. If it goes to strike today, that would be gives me 4 years for this thing to grow.
Interesting. The SIMAFA, ICI, and DTCC collaborate on shortening settlement cycles from T+2 to T+1. The organizations announced today. Oh, so wait. I think they're confirming this.
That it's T+1.
I think they're going for it. Like, here's the. It's actually on the press release on the. This guy snipped it from there, but see, DTCC news release
From today.
a couple of minutes ago. So it seems to be. It seems like they're going for it.
They're not going for it as of right now. They're saying that they're open to the concept and they're
They're
looking at it.
gonna do it
The
because
initiative needs to account for complex issues. Though SIMFA, ICI, DTCC are committed to pursuing this work vigorously, there are many issues that must be considered before organizations can determine an implementation date. So they're not on it right now.
no, this is going through. They
Mitigating
are
risks to investors, analyzing and improving current business, minimizing the disruption of important industry, ensuring new risks are not introduced, conducting a comprehensive cost-benefit analysis.
because you know who this saves, right?
Saves the funds.
Saves Robinhood.
Yeah.
It saves Citadel's investment.
Very interesting.
So this is heavily likely going to go through. Like I almost want to be able to take a bet on it, but Robinhood's not publicly traded right now.
Back down below 11 here, guys. SPY is setting up for a nosedive. I mean, FOMC, it's that kind of day. People going to make a run for the growth stocks, you think, as SPY continues to decline? ETON's even on the day. It's starting to move up a little bit. Not massive volume, but there's something there for sure. AQB doing things. Yeah, it's 609. I'm green on it. I mean that their earnings are this is saying not confirmed.
Oh, I didn't even realize this. I finally got out of my freaking Six Flags shares.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from 49 something, I got out of 51.45 this morning when it before for the pre-market before its earnings. I could finally clear that shit off my list.
Where did I just see AQB drop their? I did see a date for. Was it on Tip Ranks? AQB stock analysis earnings date May 11th. Where does it get this from? What is this? Because this is not theirs. AQB advanced chart. Trading View? Yeah, Trading View. Okay. So Trading View has the earnings date as May 11th. The volume's holding strong on Clove, guys. There's a bit of a wall at 1125, but beyond that, again, it's pretty smooth sailing. Uh, 20,000 at 1125, which isn't a ton. The warrants will come into strike today. I can only be so lucky. It's still got a lot of room to go here, guys, in the day to hit 1050. Maybe I do my video on Clove today. Oh yeah, how's my call doing? My call is up 100%. Motley Fool. Why is Clover Health running today? Motley Fool's got an article out, ladies and gents.
Everybody out of the pool?
I don't know. I mean, that's never a good sign.
They're kind of ambulance chasers, so. Seeing a couple dark pool prints on Clover.
There isn't any company-specific news fueling today's rally. Instead, it seems to be driven by investor sentiment. The recent short seller attacks aren't as bad as they seem. That Clover Health is a prime candidate for a short squeeze. What a piss poor analysis that is. I wish I could comment on their crap. This guy is a CFP. He owns shares of Clover Health. Motley Fool also owns shares of Clover Health. Interesting.
Nah, Pokey doesn't give a shit about this stuff. I'd say that the normie canary is mostly, for me at least, it's typically Wall Street bets when it's like plastered, like there's multiple threads about it.
Guys, I've been at this a year and a half. I have absolutely no right to call anybody a normie. I am a normie. Like let's stay humble and down to earth here, guys. A year and a half is how long I've been at this shit. Okay, I am in no way gonna call somebody a normie or a normie indicator. I just actualized losses on a 30% drawdown. So
Yeah, we're classier here. I call it the Dunning-Kruger indicator.
I've only been trading a year and a half. Yeah, New York man. I've only been trading a year and a half. Started with a $2,000 portfolio last January, and yeah, playing with. Well, I mean, right now, who knows how big it is? Where are we at on? This is 50 grand. There's 25 in here, 22 in here. So, 2 grand to 70,000 in a year and a half. Not bad. I'll take it. But again, I'm not going to throw shade on normies because I am definitely still qualified as a normie. I closed FTOC because I have time. I don't think we get that merger till June. SNDL, I closed it because I don't see any immediate movement on legislation for legalization, so I can have that money making plays in May for me. ETON, I think, is going to go. ETON is going to be better. Why are you hearing fills? Those aren't fills. Sorry, guys. Yeah, if you're hearing that, that's actually a guy from. Please don't tag streams that don't contain the content of your post, trying to let people know things like potential. Ah, okay, that makes sense. So it was the PXL post that did it. Thanks for clarifying. We'll avoid that in future posts. Good news, ladies and gents. It looks like I've got a StockTwits account again.
What? Why? What happened?
They unlocked it.
Why'd you get locked in the first place? What?
Um, it looks like my post on PXL was the issue, or PLX. So this post here, guys, where I said PLX is this is the risk when the FDA shuts the door. ETON looking solid. This is the issue. So this was the post that got me the ban, is because I posted on PLX that this is what happens to PLX, RDX, ETON is looking solid as a result. Apparently, these posts are a breach of terms of service. So if you're not directly speaking about a ticker, so RDX in this instance is probably what did it. PLX had news, so that's worth discussing. ETON talking about that, but RDX was kind of a tag on. This is probably what got it for me. But
Wait,
that's
so
fine.
you're talking about other tickers on a certain ticker's board?
Yeah, which I mean, they're saying that's a suspendable offense, which I acknowledge. I see that there. The community manager unlocked it, so that's fine. But
What's
like,
funny?
if you go into AMC or GME, what you're gonna see is like, okay, AMC money, BAPSR, right? Like,
Yeah, they do
the
that
line
constantly
is
though.
very thin. It's constantly here, guys, where you see on AMC or GME is going to be even worse.
But basically, you just got unlucky because either someone reported or it was just like a slow enough board for them to catch it.
I think somebody reported it. I think somebody from, PXL got declined and disappeared from existence today. So, they have the shows thing here, and I would love to have my show on this list. There's only 3 here.
Yeah, that's what I was. Remember, I was looking at that, but you're saying nah or something. I think TradingView has something like that too.
Great. Have Millennial there. I'd be okay with that. All right, guys, it is noon. I do have a video to shoot. I am going to do it on Clover Health today, I think, guys, why it's running. It seems that Motley Fool has missed the target again, so I'm going to try to correct them. Have an amazing day. I think I'm probably going to send you guys to hang out with Stocky. Clove is coming back down. It's 1086 right now, so it looks like the run is done. Have an amazing day. There's Stocky. Again, guys, if you haven't gone to the YouTube channel, checked out the video, liked, commented, if you could do that, that would be huge for me. I really, really appreciate that. Otherwise, have an amazing day, guys. I will catch you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Later.